this diagnosis has many, many faces. So differences in gender, differences in socioeconomic class, differences in the types of jobs we have, differences in culture, all sorts of stuff. There is a common experience that no matter what your experience, we all have very similar things in common. I believe there's a developmental process to treatment, and this is a result of my own experience, but it's something that really fascinated me early on. I wasn't satisfied with just taking medication. You know, you look at statistics about this, and I think 70% of us who do take medication do not continue for a variety of reasons, because either we are underprescribed or misprescribed, or we just stop taking it. We don't sustain it, which is diagnostic in itself. With my ADHD, I need to know why I'm doing something. It's like I need to have a feel for the context or the big picture in order for things to have meaning or for me to buy in. Anybody else have that experience? A couple of you guys, okay. It's not true of all of us, but if that's true for you, then this is a really amazing glimpse of a developmental perspective of the diagnosis. So what's with the journey metaphor? What does that mean? So she writes that before starting any trip, you must have some fundamental knowledge. You need to know where you're going, what to look for, what choices to make, and what signs to be looking for to point you in the right direction. Okay, so the journey's metaphor provides kind of a roadmap for this process. And this means I don't have to be lost in the weeds, that the process doesn't have to be random. And there really is a way to make sense of all this. So just a show of hands, does anybody had the experience with this of being kind of lost in this process, of not knowing where to turn? Okay, a couple people, all right. Okay, so once you've been diagnosed and your symptoms are stabilized, a new challenge emerges, and that is to reclaim your life, and that's assuming that you ever had a hold of it. Find a new purpose, identify your strengths, and own them. And it's gonna be kind of fun because we're gonna talk about that. Reshape and reconnect with the dreams that you may have buried. And you may never have had dreams, but my hunch is you have, and you might have forgotten through this process. I find that hearing other people's stories, not necessarily, you know, rambling on and on and on, but hearing nuggets of people's stories can be as relevant, and you can learn as much from that as you can from reading a book.